Hey, how's it going? It's been a little while since I've done a video with my face on it, but I'm all, well, I've got lipstick on because I've just done a reel going like this. So I thought I'd just do a token, got my face on here. I'm just going to do a quick little video of a new earring design that, well, it's kind of a work on an old earring design. It's a new design-ish for the new Dark Side of the Moon collection that is coming out. You can see I've got a couple of pieces on here. The Dagger Moon necklace with a chunky chain, which is going to be on there. I've got a moon earring here, and then the dagger earring here, so you'll be able to buy those as a complete set, which I'm loving it. It's really fun shaking it about. Sorry if I'm not making eye contact, I've got it facing me because I'm not used to talking on camera anymore. Oh, I've got a couple of rings on. I've got this one, which is the black quartz one, and a swirly whirly one, but I'm not sure this is going to be. This is just kind of, I was just playing with that one. If anyone wants to buy it, just let me know and you can have it. Yeah, so I'm just going to do a close-up of my hands. You can see them in my nice messy desk, which you can see right there, of the new design. I've got one made up in gold, and I want to make sure that I've got the options, so I'll have a silver one and copper ones available as well. And you know, if you want to make your own, then I will show you how to do that. If not, you can buy it on my website when it goes live. Okay, before I go, please consider subscribing, liking the video. They're just little clicks, and you know, they really, really help with getting out there to reach other people that I don't already know and haven't told to come and watch this video. Amazing. Okay, well, I will see you with my little hands on my table. Okay, so we are going to make these earrings. So if you see shadows and stuff, my office is in a conservatory. I can't help it. The sun is the sun is the sun. At least it's not blaring out. Can you see those? I'll zoom in on them. They have, there we go. We've got swirlies because I love swirlies. Swirlies are for life. And they've got these really cool glasswork hearts. Sort of focus. That have got this, like, it looks like moss to me. It's really cool. Like, really got a really nice natural look to it. Yeah, really cool. So I've made these of gold. This is a clear quartz bead. I think it's a 4mm bead. These hearts measure about a centimetre. Yeah, about a centimetre. So the whole dangly bit, let's get this around the right way, measures at approximately 3 centimetres. So you will need some items. Let's just, I've sat down now. Right, so basic tools. You will need needle nose pliers. You will probably need some nylon ones. They're not necessary, but they're good for straightening out your wire. Chain nose pliers for tightening some stuff. You'll want your wire, so I've got silver and copper there, because I've already made the gold. You just saw those, so I'm going to make one of each of these. I've got a hammer because I really like to hammer my work for 2 reasons. One, it looks awesome, and has that kind of, it just makes it look more finished and more professional, in my opinion. It also tightens the molecules within the metal, which means that it hardens it, which means that it's less likely to move around and stuff once you have actually got it to a point that you don't want it to move anymore. And my trusty little anvil. How flipping cute is this anvil? It's so tiny, so compact, but it weighs a ton. Okay, and then I've got my clear quartz here, so I'll need a couple of those. I say a couple, I will need 4 because I'm planning on making 2 pairs. And I've got my hearts, and I've got 2 lots of those. Okay, I need my hands, these things. These are the tools that you will use the most if you are making jewellery. Please excuse my nails, I was going to paint them, but I just can't be bothered. So let's go. Here we go. Put that to one side. We don't need the hammer quite this second. What we need is some wire. Oh, well, you need some cutters as well. You need your wire cutters. So I tend to just cut any amount because I collect any ends and stuff. I don't waste any of it, so I'm not too precious. But I would, if you are going to measure anything, I wouldn't measure below 5 centimetres. So that's 2 inches. You need to make sure you've got enough wiggle room. Okay, so you're going to start with your little needle nose pliers, and you're going to grip the end right at the end of your pliers. Okay, and then you're just going to twist. So you have to use your fingers, obviously. So your thumb here is pushing against it, and you want to get it to the point here where it's just, can you see, just kind of touching. And then the way that I finish it, a lot of people don't do this, but I like to finish it by just clenching that in there. Can you see that? Is that focusing? There we go. I'm having to like perch in a really weird way so that I can sort of see the screen. And then I'm not worried too much about leaving marks and stuff because I'm going to be hammering them. If you are worried about that, you might want to use like a cloth or something, just because metal on metal obviously can be quite tight. So with this, I actually want a bit of a looser spiral than I normally do. So I'm just gently gripping with this, and I'm turning this hand this way, and I'm pushing this hand this way. Doesn't have to be perfect. I like my work to be as organic as it can. You just have to kind of feel the wire. The wire will tell you what it wants to do. They're all materials tend to kind of have their own, not personality, but their own direction. Okay, so I've got it to a point where this is in line with this facing downwards, and then I'm just going to grip here, and I'm going to push it back this way to straighten it up like this. How's that? Can you see that spiral there? Keep forgetting that the camera's on this side here. Lovely. Okay, so that's your spiral, and then we want to get a hammer out. I used to use this round side. It gives it a more organic look, so it's more natural, whereas if you catch with the edge of this, it can kind of almost leave like a divot, which is not the look I'm looking for. So you're just giving it a gentle hammer on one side and a gentle hammer on the other, and can you see it's kind of got that flattened look, almost makes it shinier, which is pretty cool. And I'm going slightly up the shaft there to toughen that up very gently. And I think that one is done. Maybe a little bit more on this side. Beautiful. I love the fact that it's not a perfect spiral. It does make, I suppose, not having it perfect does make it a little difficult when you're making pairs. So a lot of people here would, you know, they'd grab their nylon ones and do a bit of this. You want to avoid doing that too much, because even that action, even doing it with your fingers, that actually toughens your wire. And they're like, I'm going to use this, I'm going to snip this, and then I'll be using this bit, and I don't want it to be already toughened before I've got to it. Okay, so now I just want to put my heart on. And then I want to put my clear quartz on, thread that on the end there. Oh, I forgot to say what size my wire is. My wire is, the one that I'm using here is 0.8 millimeters. I can't remember exactly what gauge that is. Trying to see if I've got anything that tells me, because I'm in the UK. I'll put a ding up. I'll do a little ding, and it'll tell you what gauge it is if you are not using UK numbers. Okay, so we want to create the loop that will go into the hook, and you want it to be flush, so you want it to go that way rather than that way, so that you can hook it straight to the hook. If you have it that way, then you need to have a jump ring, which in my opinion is not, you don't need that. That's just an extra step. It can detract from the attraction of your piece, in my humble opinion. So you're going to take it, can you see that? And then you want to just bend that at about 45 degrees. And then move your pliers so that on this bit here, just after the bend, and you want to bring that round, move your pliers again, and full loop. Okay, so you just want to, don't worry about these guys at the minute, they're gonna do their own thing. Take a look at it from like this straight angle. Can you see there? So that's it's as flush as it needs to be. And right this second, it doesn't need to be totally flush, because we're just going to hammer those. There we go. Just give it a little hammer on each side. And then that kind of, oh, it just looks so much nicer. And then once you've hammered it, because hammering can kind of do a little twisty jobby, just try and make sure that everything's aligned still. And then we're just going to take this. You can either, I generally use my needle nose for everything. A lot of people at this point would probably use the chain nose because it's flat. It's flat and it might just grip a bit easier, like that. And you're pulling it all the way around, and then you're pulling it round the front. And you want to stop there, because you're now at the stage where you want to just snippity snip. I would advise getting some flush cutters, not using, these are my memory wire clippers. My flush cutters died and I just haven't replaced them yet. So yeah, that's my bad, isn't it? Okay, so you can see you've got a loose end. Do not leave that loose end. Oh, I hate it when I see people selling jewellery that's got loose ends everywhere. No, absolutely not. Shoddy workmanship. The devil's in the details, you know. And if you've got a bit of a spiky end, this is just literally just a normal nail file, emery board. Always go in one direction, as you are supposed to do with your nails. There we go. And that just tidy that up a little bit, and then we're going to tuck this in. So you're going to need both your pliers. You want to grip with your needle nose there, and we're just going to gently push that end in. There we go. Push it very gently into place. Okay, and that is your finished, without a hook, earring. And these have still got some movement. It's good to have a little bit of movement, because especially like with glass ones like this, or I found it, I made a similar design to this with, or it's pretty much the origin design to this, with some abalone shell, and it, I did it too tight on a couple of them. And well, it didn't go so well, and I ended up with a load of cracked ones, which was really sad because they're not totally cheap to get in. So we're going again. Let's go again. We'll do it a bit quicker this time, shall we? So I got my needle nose pliers. I've just done this whilst I'm chatting, and put it in. I've swirly whirlied it, and we're just going to clench it. You go bloop, clench, and then we're just going to go round. And remember, it's a natural material. It's not always going to be the same. Uniform is boring. Let's not be like everybody else. La 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 la. do try and work alongside the one that you've already done if you're doing these in pairs. Okay, so I've just got a little bit way around to go, and then I'm going to there we go. Okay, just check it again. So I'm just going to try and oh, you are squiggly. Yeah, so that's pretty much exactly the point where I need to then clench it. And remember, we're pushing the wire this way. You just have to be very gentle with your wire. Remember, these are your materials. You want them to work with you, not for you. And then we're going to hammer them. Okay. Woo. Beautiful. And looks pretty darn close, doesn't it? They're definitely going to be more than happy to be a lovely pair living together, doing the thing, making someone feel amazing for the day, and then hanging out with all the other jewellery buddies in that carefully curated collection in somebody's jewellery box. Okay, so we've just studied our beads, and then we want to take it like this. Okay, I'm bending 45 degrees that way, and then we are going like this, up there, bend it round, bend your pliers, and you've made your full circle again. And then we're going to hammer that. Yep, and we'll hammer another one. Perfect, just for luck. Okay, and then we're going to wrap it round. Woo! One time, two time. It's like, do you remember? Yeah, it reminds me of that Jaffa Cake advert, you know, full moon, half moon, total eclipse. I'm a half moon to total eclipse person. I'm not really. I actually like to nibble around. I like to go through the full moon phases, you know. And then you just want to look at it from above and make sure everything's flush, and then woohoo, you've got a pair of earrings. And then when you're setting it onto your hooks, you want to try and make sure that your tucked in end is at the back, so it's not as obvious. Now I want to know, do you like your swirlies to go the same way, or do you like them to go like that, where they're going the opposite way? That's an interesting question, isn't it? Tell me in the comments below. Same way, opposite way. Because I can't tell which I prefer. I think maybe the opposite way. Like that. But I need to think about it. Maybe I do both. Who knows? Let me know what you think. Cool. So should we make a copper one? Let's see what a copper one looks like, and then we can put them on hooks. I will leave some Amazon links for the tools that I've got, or as close as I can find on Amazon. They will be affiliate links, so that means that if you were to purchase it, or if you bought anything on Amazon after clicking through, I believe, on my link, that means that I get a small commission. It doesn't cost you anything more, but it means that I get just a little tip, as it were. So, you know, if you're interested in doing this, then please consider buying through. So if you see what I'm trying to make this larger gap here on this spiral. I think maybe it's a little bit large here. Remember, perfectionist Annie, it doesn't have to be completely exactly the same. It does not. Just keep telling myself that. to accommodate for my perfectionist anxiety. Right. Boop, 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 boop. Hey, perfect. And we just go boop like that. And we got ourselves another swirly. Amazing. And here we go. So I'm kind of in a bit of a rush to get this video done, because obviously hammering, noisy, and my son's room, my little boy's room, is like, I'm in a conservatory and it's been built into like an L-shaped part of the house, and it means that one of the windows that goes into my son's room is actually like behind my desk. So if he's napping, which is generally when I get my work done, if he's napping, I cannot hammer because it's too loud and it wake him up, and then that means that I miss out on work time, and he misses out on sleep, and then that means that we have a grumpy little 2-year-old in the house. We don't want that, so I'm taking full advantage of him being out on adventures with his grandma to get this video done. And I filmed a couple of reels for Instagram, and I got a bit sassy on TikTok. I'll put the links if you fancy following me over there. That would be flipping lovely. Right, so did we say that we want to try and do them so that they're going the other way? Come on, do the conga. Oh, I hope I don't get copyrighted for that. Right, let's try and do it that way. So just grip it, do the 45. Here we go. Twist it. You are cheeky. Cheeky. And remember, we're only doing one twisty round. Remember that, Rhiannon. Yes, I do actually talk to myself when I'm doing these things, when you're not here as well. Okay, and here we go. I've also been thinking about a different kind of fastening for my earrings, because like earrings like this, I don't really get to wear them. I love making them, absolutely love making them, but I don't really get to wear them because, see, this is where a flush cutters would be much more useful, because I've got stretches in my ears, and I've got multiple just surgical steel hoops because I have quite severe reactions to metal. I don't, my ears just do not like metal. It's not a thing. So I need surgical steel, and so my understanding is that surgical steel has been tempered quite a lot, to the point where the molecules don't move, they're completely non-porous, and that's why you don't get the reaction. Okay, so that's those two, with the swirlies going the opposite way, or you can have them so that your swirlies are coming on the inside, but obviously that so we just need some hooks. And then, so like I've got these scraps, haven't I? What I would do with these is turn them into like links and stuff, but I'm actually going to put, because these are larger ones, I'll be able to put like a bead or something onto them. So I'm going to save them and put them with my other scraps, because then when I'm actually creating something, the colour will be determined by the piece. Right, so I want to put some hooks on, don't I? These have got vermeil coated sterling silver hooks. I'm actually hoping at some point to be able to find some of the sticky things. The words have lost me. I will again do a ding of what that word is. Post to what you stick in your ear. Anyway, to be able to make my own, it would be cool to make my own. I would enjoy that. Or I'm going to try and find some surgical steel and actually make my own surgical steel ones as well. There we go. So we've got silver, sterling silver, and I've got rose goldy copper ones, which again are vermeil coated, so they kind of like shaped. And we just, when you're putting them on, you want it so the bit that people can see is here, facing this way. So I want to see this side, so I pick it up and I put it on this way. Here we go, and then you just bloop, tighten that. Aha, you got an earring. Amazing. Where's the other one gone? There. And the same again. So you want it facing out. I'm actually going to have to loosen this slightly. If you're getting these ones that have the balls and are relatively open, they're not the strongest. So if you've got more kind of statement weighted earrings, you will want the ones that are like the French ones with the sturdier hook, which obviously you can get in the sterling silver. Okay, and there we go. So that, nearly done. Come on, Annie, you're getting a bit ahead of yourself there. Here we go. One more. Perfect. So we've got there 3 pairs of lovely earrings. We'll just straighten this one up. Okay, and should we just turn you so you're the same way that the others are? Yeah, so we've got 3 lovely pairs of earrings there. And I hope, oh my goodness, the whole lot just slipped then. I really need to get a new stand for the camera. Yes, for my phone. I use my phone, but I need a new stand for that. I know which one I want. It's just really expensive, so I need to save up for that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know in the comments below. Remember, let me know about which kind of swirly whirly directions you prefer. I want to know, because I'm not making these for me, I'm making them for you. Yeah, let me know that in the comments below. I would really appreciate it if you would consider subscribing, and I'd really appreciate it if you would like this video. It does absolute wonders for getting this out to others who might enjoy this. If you have a go at making this, please leave a picture or tag me in your stories on Instagram or something like that. I would love to see what you come up with. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this sort of tutorial. I really enjoyed doing it, and I will see you in the next video. Little heart, bye for now.